Beautiful, pristine, untouched nature. Believe it or not, this is a holiday resort, but you don't get to do just as you like. This is paradise in East Africa, Chumbe Island of Zanzibar in Tanzania. Ecotourism with a vengeance. The seas off Tanzania are being destroyed by coral mining, dynamite fishing and pollution. There's no environmental protection for some of the most diverse coral reefs in the world. Chumbe is Tanzania's only marine sanctuary, a privately leased island that's 1 kilometre long and covered in forest. Beside, there's coral gardens. It's a designated nature reserve set up by Sybil Reed Miller in 1992.
I witnessed dynamite fishing every day, coral reefs being blasted to pieces. And it was impossible at that time to actually make a government interested in this issue.
But it's stunning underwater. The underwater is just, that's the extreme part.
There's no word in Kiswahili, the national language, for corals. I felt there was a huge need to create awareness among fishermen that corals is something living, and among government people that corals can make money with tourism by preserving them. I came up with the idea of creating a marine park, which is funded by tourists, but would provide free education for local people, both fishers and school children as target groups. And after 2 months of going around with fishermen, I found this place.
Chumbe had been a military no-go area. It's near busy shipping lanes and fishermen were banned. So the coral reef was very nearly untouched.
So I felt, well, this place needs to be protected. So I proposed to government to make this a marine park as a private investment. I wanted to prove it's possible to build in a nature reserve, in a reef, getting as close as possible to zero impact on the corals. No sewage, no runoff. All energy provided by the sun.
You're most welcome to our eco-friendly bungalow. This shape helps to harvest rainwater the time it rains. Down underneath there is a water system that keeps water, which about approximately 15,000 liters of water. Here is a leading lamp, you can see. It's from the solar we have on the top. You can see the solar panels are being placed just right up here on the top. The batteries need to be recharged with a solar panel on the top of the roof. The solar heater, which we have it here, hot water being heated from the solar heater. To a shower, you have to be careful not to burn yourself. So to get hot and cold, you just come and mix yourself from here. The composting toilet looks just like this here. You take one or even more after using this to cut off the smell. You can see how the guest bedroom looks like. It's only like a platform like that, you see. And tie this rope so that you can have nice view of the sea.
Amari Nyanj was a fisherman, but realising how destructive his nets were, took up the conservation cause and now heads the team of rangers on the island.
We normally do with our guests just to show our marine park.
I have to make sure this conservation area stays safe. No one come to destroy this area. So just to make sure everything is going very well on the island.
Guests get forest tours. In here, there's endangered species. The rare Adders duaca antelope was introduced in 1997, but you're hardly likely to see it. It lives in the untouched northern part of the forest. Conservation on Chumbe means constantly monitoring all the natural treasures, above and below the sea. Research scientists come to work out the complex ecological interactions and even discover new species. For nearly 20 years, and ever since the rats were eradicated, Chumbe's wildlife has blossomed and been extensively charted.
Yeah, so this is known as coconut crab. Yeah. And it is known as coconut crab because actually their favorite food is coconut. And maybe we can see the example of how it can climb the tree.
All the colors, all the different animals. You did never expect to see so much things just underneath the water.
We've been looked after really well, but the island itself is beautiful. The coral.
Wildlife's magnificent.
Yes.
It's so pristine, and the footprint, ecologically, there's no touch on the land at all, which is something I've never seen done so effectively before.
If Chumbe Island were to win World Challenge, we would sustain our education program, or we could completely pay for our education program alone for at least 3 years.
Our mission is education. Education for preserving coral reef, islands.
I think it's a great thing they do, that you donate a little bit of money and they bring over school children from the mainland every so often, educate them in conservation, and gives the kids a bit of a day out.
Nearby Zanzibar, a city of 1 million people, has children that rarely see the sea, let alone swim in it or ever experience the coral reef within it. They might get nature from books, but Chumbe gives them the real thing.
Plants which can exert salty water. They are considered as real plants because...
The first lesson is about pollution threats. Zanzibar, only 6 miles away, has no sewage treatment, and that could mean algal blooms blocking sunlight and upsetting the natural balance.
But the issue we have in many coastal areas, it is the pollution.
You say that sea cucumber, it helps to reduce the amount of nutrients in the sea. So why the process brings that?
What is the contribution of other creatures like algae or like sea cucumber is to reduce that nutrient level in water. So the same amount of water we are using in the kitchen, 80 liters per day, nearly it is 60 liters collected after 2 days. Then we are recycling water.
And kids learn about low-impact living, including conserving water.
It's called eutrophication. So from here, water is coming and it is stored in this another chamber. There's a difference. There is no smell here, yeah? And water is clear. Hii itatufanya tuweze kuona ndani ya.
But the real treat is snorkeling. Some of these kids can't swim, and publicly dispensing with traditional dress is a whole new experience.
We know that some of you are not very confident in swimming.
But despite their apprehension, taking the plunge is a leap into a whole new magical world.
But from today's, I get knowledge is how importance of coral reef, where coral reef is found, what's the shape of coral reef. I think the good is good today.
Vote for our Chumbe. Vote for our stability. Vote for our future. Vote for Chumbe. Vote for our sustainability. Vote for our future.
And I think everyone, if he's coming in a coral reef, will be happy.
The idea was to make conservation pay for itself by doing the best of ecotourism you can do. And this is not for profit. It's not for profit. You use the profits for conservation education programs. Yes, we made it happen. It's working. It's working.